Good morning, good evening, good whatsoever time it is, where you are at this point in time. You are welcome back once more on this channel, the Returns Crypto. I want to appreciate all of you who have subscribed so far on this channel. You guys are amazing. You guys are the reason why I'm still doing this because you guys believe in me right now. We have 7 plus K subscribers on this platform. So I say, let me do this video to enlighten most of you out there who are still lagging, who are still struggling to understand what crypto investing, trading, the financial market, money, all of this good stuff that I think you should be aware of. Like, I want you to, like understand all of this. That's why this video is going to touch on all of these aspect of the financial market. So if you're new and haven't yet subscribed, do so. You're welcome. Yeah, I create content to help you understand the entire crypto space, financial stuff, trading, investing. I'm here to guide you. I'm your guy, so you want to stick with me. Now, I know majority of you are skeptical when it comes to cryptocurrency, which is okay. Like when you are exposed to something for the first time, you ought to be skeptical, right? Like you don't just go in like that. Who goes in into something that they don't understand? Anyone who goes into something they don't understand at first, end up losing money if say they do so. Like I know most of you have already engaged in cryptocurrency and you have lost money or you have lost money doing so, and most of you have blamed cryptocurrency or Bitcoin. I don't know what who told you about it and what are you blaming it for. But at one point, you're blaming something that to be the reason why you lose money. And I want to say no. The thing is not the reason you lose money, is you are the reason why you lose money. Why? Because you got involved in something you don't understand, you have never heard of, you don't know anything about it. All you know is that someone made money and so many people are talking about it online, and you're like, okay, let me go and try my luck and and see whether I want to make money from it. And it turned out that you didn't make money from it because you were trying to gamble, and yeah, you might make money and it won't be sustainable, right? At one point, let's say you came in with a certain amount of money and you made some money, it won't be sustainable because in the long term you're going to lose it back to the market. That's how it works. So if you come in and you make some money and you don't know what you're doing, you're going to give it back to the market, and you keep doing that over and over. At one point, you're going to feel discouraged that you don't want to invest anymore. But investing is not the problem. Investing in is good. Now, I want us to talk about investing, right? And yeah, let's talk about investing now. Let's just imagine that right now you have a job, okay? And that job, you're making this amount of salary every month, and nothing is going to your future you. Like nothing is going to your future you, nothing is going for your kids, nothing is going anywhere. All you do is you make money, you pay your bills, like buy luxury stuff, buy things you don't need, like buy a new car, or buy a new iPhone, buy the latest handbags out there, the latest designer stuff. Like your mind is just to consume everything you work for, right? Or you value the paper money that the government gives you so much, like, or your employer gives you so much, you value it, but you don't understand that currency that you are using is fake. It's fake. Yeah, you might not understand. Like most of you who live in Sweden, right? If you live in Sweden, ever since I heard about Sweden, like moved to Sweden, right? The currency have devalued about 30%. 30%. So if say you live in this country since 2022, I think something like that, you have lost 30% of your buying power to inflation. Okay, and most of you might not understand what it means. You're like, okay, inflation is just all about prices of goods and services going higher. No, inflation is more than that, right? It's not only about that. There's so much you have to pay to take into consideration to to substantiate it into what it means by inflation. But now this is one of the factor. The prices of goods and services become so expensive, and you find yourself losing your currency, the value of your currency against the dollar. And if you understand what I just said, losing the value of your currency against the dollar or the euro, this is where the problem is. If you are in a currency that devalued every week, or that is devalued or being devalued every now and then by your government, then that currency is shit. Okay, the number one currency in the world is US dollar. Second, euros. We have the yen, Japanese yen. We have the Chinese currency. We have the Russian ruble. We have the pounds. These are the strongest currency in the world. So if say your money is not in these currencies, then the currencies you find yourself in or that you are using, these currencies are being devalued against the stronger currency. That's why whenever you have salary, you should be holding asset or things that add value to you long term. That gives you more buying power as compared to the country you're living in. But I will not say to you go and hold US dollar. But of course, if your life is to hold currency like fiat currency, then hold the US dollar more euros if you must, and the others that I just mentioned, imagine that you live in Nigeria. Like in those days, Cameroonians were like, "Oh, I wish I'm in Nigeria, because of the Nigerian currency. It was so high in value." But look at the currency right now. CFA is more than the naira. Like, why? Why? The government, they do this intentionally to impoverish people. The local people. Let's say the peasant. Those or middle class, those who are still struggling, like those who are suffering, those who are trying to make ends meet, those who are trying to survive. The government do this purposely to keep them poorer. Poorer. Why? Because these guys are going to be working and making no money, so there wouldn't be any real impact in their lives. And it's the same thing to where you are, where you belong. You find yourself working so hard every day, 2 jobs, 3 jobs, but at one point you're not seeing anything back in return. Why? It's because of too much inflation. Prices have increased and you cannot meet up. So you have to go out there to work more. And when you work more, the government is there to tax you, take more from you. So buying Bitcoin or having your asset in a stronger currency is how you protect money. Okay? Yes, that's how you protect money. Let me tell you more. When you have money, let's say you have $1,000, right? And you use that money to buy a car. The day you bought the car, the next day, you have lost about 10% or 20% of that car, the value of that car. The next day, you're going to lose more, more, more. As days goes by, that's how you lost more. You buy a new phone, iPhone. Every day that goes by, you are losing value of that iPhone. You buy a new Gucci or new Doge Gabbana, like the luxury stuff that you buy, the next day the value is down. But if you take that money and buy a land, take that money, you buy stocks, you buy gold, you buy strong hardcore asset that moves always up. Like the value always goes up, regardless of what is happening in the world. Like for example, I know most of you are gonna say, Bitcoin is dropping, stocks are dropping. No, guys, look at previous data, look at history. What have you learned from history? History always repeats itself, right? And if history always repeats itself, it means that if something has pumped before, if the value of something has pumped before, it means that in the future it has to pump again. That's why you see the value of hardcore asset keep increasing. Why? Because the government are not going to stop to print money and cause inflation. The more they cause inflation, the more those people who own those big companies make more money because you are going to pay the price for the inflation. The inflation price goes to the consumer. So if you are a consumer, you work so hard every day to jobs, to make sure you put food on your table, to make ends meet, just to give it back to those who have so much money, like the billionaires, millionaires, those who own companies, then why are you doing all this? All this, you need to think big. So when you have money, and you pay bills, what is left? The currency is like the currency which is left. Use it to buy hardcore asset that history has proven to grow in value over a long period of time. The market might be down right now. That's an opportunity for you to get in when the market is down. Don't buy when the market is pumping, buy when the market is dipping. That's when you make money. That's when you get the best entries. And I see most of you feel discouraged when you see prices drop. Why? That's the game. There are bulls and there are bears. All of them make money in the game. So if you get in the market at the time where the bears are making money, then become a bear and short the market. Don't buy, to want to make money. You're gonna buy because you want to accumulate and make money when the bulls take over. So I know all of these terms might be, challenging to most of you who are new in this space, but as days goes by, I believe you're gonna learn a lot, like what are bears, what are bulls. But what I want you to focus on today is that investing is important and buying hardcore asset is the ultimate. There's no way you make money just working your ass every day on three jobs or in three jobs. You need to have you need to have a design strategy to buy it with at least 10 or 20% of your salary. Buy a hardcore asset. You must not save money like for 1 year, 2 years before you do that. No, you can take at least $50 every month to buy something. Imagine that you do this for 1 year. You're paying phone bill right now, you're paying mortgage right now, you're paying other bills forever, right? Imagine that you are doing this for yourself. You are paying this bill. You're saying, I'm paying bills for my future me, for my future self. And this is going to be in a form of me buying gold, buying Bitcoin, or buying land, or buying any other asset that you can afford. If you have money to buy land or buy real estate, it's good to buy real estate. If you have money to buy Bitcoin, it's good to buy Bitcoin, but you have to invest in something. Me, I chose Bitcoin. I chose Bitcoin because Bitcoin has no tariff, Bitcoin has no borders, it's borderless, it's trustless. I mean, I can take my Bitcoin anywhere in the world, but you cannot take your land anywhere in the world. You're gonna pay land tax depending on where you are. There's so much flaws when it comes to buying land. I know it's good, but you have to diversify your portfolio. And if say you diversify your portfolio, then you're gonna buy land, buy maybe you buy other real estate buildings. You can buy Bitcoin, you can buy gold, but invest in real core or hardcore asset that increase in value over a long period of time. And all of these guys, I can teach you one on one. I can help you, I can guide you. From like, don't say you don't know. Like, don't say it's too difficult. I can teach you everything I know, guys. I've been doing this for a long time. Those of you who have known me for some while now, you know what I'm saying is correct, is true, because you have been following me for a long time now. And all of the stuff I've been saying, like back then, is true. You can see that. There's enough evidence for that. Look at the economy. Look at the economy right now. Everything is down. Everything is expensive. Things are hard. But there are some people that, regardless of what is going on, they still make money. Why? Why? These guys are the ones who have understood what money is all about. You need to understand that currencies are scam. Like, there's no value in a currency except when you use to buy something. The currency, the paper money has no value. What you're seeing that you have, your employer pays you every month, it's nothing. It's trash. We call it trash. The only value is when you use that trash to buy something. When you exchange it to something real, that's when the real value is gonna pop in. And this is what I want you to learn today. Like, your money has no value. The value goes to what you're buying with that money. So you can take out $50 every month to buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum. There are coins that you can buy right now that within the next 5 years is gonna make you so much money. And most of you who are out there who think that investing is nothing because you are like, no, it's better I go and buy this or that. But guys, let me tell you something. Investing is how you protect your future. Trust me. Imagine that you turn 60 or 70, you're not able to work anymore. This pension you are working for, maybe you will not be able to take care of yourself. Like, you need to travel, go around the world. Like, your old age, you need to enjoy, like, relax, because you have worked so hard for, like, and now you're retired. So you need something to actually give you that security, right? And that's when your investment comes in. Imagine that you start saving, or in the form of Bitcoin, or in the form of gold, or in the form of real estate right now. Like, now, every month you allocate a certain amount of your salary, into this asset. You diversify your portfolio with the help of an expert. Within the next 5 to 10 years, trust me, guys, what you're gonna have in terms of the current value is gonna be amazing. Trust me. I am saying this based on experience. I know what I'm saying, and what I'm saying is setting is a fact. Look at all of those. Look at all those who are rich now, who are like multi-millionaire billionaires. It's because they invest in something that appreciate in value over a long period of time. Name it. Look at the big companies out there. Look at even Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin. When Bitcoin was back then $1 in 2009. Imagine that you bought Bitcoin back then, one Bitcoin for $1, and you bought Bitcoin for $100, right? Imagine how much you would have made from that decision. Just that decision alone, buying one Bitcoin at $1 in 2009. Guys, the same opportunity is now. You can still buy Bitcoin now. Bitcoin is said to get to about $1 million per Bitcoin. Like, trust me. And those of you who are still in doubt, you're gonna watch this, get to this price point, and in the end, you're gonna say, "Oh, wow, I wish I got some Bitcoin." And those of you who have heard about Bitcoin for a long time ago, you've heard it when you learned about Bitcoin when the price was $4, $4,000, or $1,000, $5,000, $15,000, and now at the time of doing this video, one Bitcoin is above $100,000. Okay, and those of you who want to get something, like you must buy something, buy Ethereum, buy BNB, buy Solana, buy XRP. If you must buy, like there are so many coins out there that you can buy right now that is gonna make you huge gains in the future. So trust me, don't sit on $30 thinking is too small. It can transform to millions of dollars in the future. Look at Bitcoin. One Bitcoin was just $1, but because of inflation, because of printing of money, one Bitcoin is more than $100,000. So you buying something right now for $1,000, for $500, for $1, $2, $3. It's not about now. It's about the future. The future. How is the economy of the world going to be in the future? How is that asset you bought going to be in the future? If you buy nothing, you're going to still be the same thing. Imagine you didn't buy Bitcoin now. Your life is not going to increase or change. You're going to buy what you always buy. Your life is going to be the same. You buy Bitcoin or you don't buy Bitcoin, nothing will change from your life. So why not do it, right? So, I mean, guys, I'm just overwhelmed and happy that I'm doing this video to educate you guys to understand the bigger picture. For me and my family, we are into crypto, we are into Bitcoin, we do this full time, and yeah, I'm just building my future, what that of my family, that so that in the future, I don't want my future self to regret that wow, why I didn't get involved in this or that or that, and my kids also in the future are going to learn and see that this is something they need to continue and be a master in. So if you're out there and you have been struggling with investing, buying crypto, all this stuff, I have a one-on-one session where we can talk, we can have a conversation. You don't have to buy anything. No, trust me, you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to do anything. We can just talk. We can just talk and you learn. We exchange ideas, you learn, and I mean, from there you're gonna decide whether this is something you can do or not. It's always good to communicate, and those of you who are ready to invest, I can still help you with that. I can help you with what to buy, how to go about it, and so on. But you must be able to be part of my community. Learn, subscribe to my channel, and be part of my community. I want to teach you guys all of this. So I want to believe this content was helpful to you. And if say you want to keep creating more of such content, then feel free to go and smash the subscribe button, thumbs up, and share my content with someone else out there. Haven't said all this good stuff, guys. See you in the next video. Thumbs up. Shout out to you. Bye bye.